A $5 billion rocket, the most advanced, complex piece of machinery ever conceived by human minds. Completely grounded. And the culprit? A tiny rubber seal that costs less than your lunch. We're told NASA is returning to the moon. Artemis II was supposed to be the triumphant return of humanity to deep space, a historic flyby marking our first lunar mission in over half a century. But instead of launching, the 3.5 million pound space launch system is being slowly, agonizingly rolled backward, retreating from Launch Pad 39B in defeat. Why? Because the greatest space agency on Earth is suffering from a terrifying, hidden internal crisis. They aren't just facing random mechanical issues. According to NASA's own newly appointed administrator, they are literally forgetting how to go to space. But what exactly is happening behind the massive closed steel doors of the vehicle assembly building? What did a highly confidential, leaked internal manifesto just reveal about the true fragile state of our space program? And how did an agency that once put men on the moon lose its ability to build a reliable seal? The answer is going to change everything you thought you knew about modern space exploration. And it starts with a concept called muscle memory. Let's go back to February 2026. NASA attempted a critical wet dress rehearsal for Artemis II. This is the ultimate test before launch, where they pump over 700,000 gallons of highly explosive, super-chilled liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen into the rocket's core stage. Liquid hydrogen is notoriously difficult to contain. It is the smallest molecule in the universe, and it will exploit any microscopic flaw in a system. During the test, sensors at the tail service mast umbilical, a 3-story structure connecting the launch platform to the rocket, detected a massive hydrogen leak. The concentration exceeded NASA's strict 4% safety limit, triggering an automatic abort. Technicians scrambled, replaced the seals, and tried again. The second test seemed successful. But then, overnight telemetry revealed a completely new nightmare. The flow of helium to the rocket's upper stage, the interim cryogenic propulsion stage, was inexplicably interrupted. Helium is the lifeblood of a rocket's upper stage. It maintains environmental conditions, purges hazardous, flammable gases, and pressurizes the tanks for flight. Without helium, the rocket is a multi-billion-dollar paperweight. And it stopped flowing because of just 2 components: a single dislodged seal on a quick disconnect tube and a faulty check valve. We are going to expose the leaked Project Athena memo in just a moment, a document so controversial it is currently sending absolute shockwaves through the global aerospace industry. But first, if you want to uncover the classified truths, government cover-ups, and global anomalies that the mainstream media ignores, hit that subscribe button right now and join the Atlas Classified community. We are exposing the world's biggest secrets, one video at a time. Alright, let's look at the leak. Because they couldn't fix this intricate helium leak out on the launch pad, NASA had no choice. They had to load this towering 23 million pound behemoth onto an Apollo-era crawler transporter and haul it 4 miles back to the vehicle assembly building. A 10 to 12-hour journey of shame. Inside High Bay 3, engineers faced a logistical nightmare. They had to deploy massive 300,000-pound steel platforms just to reach the upper stage. They had to painstakingly peel back sensitive thermal blankets just to access the aft plate and replace this cheap seal. And this wasn't an isolated incident. During Orion spacecraft testing, batteries supplied by the exact same company that saved the Apollo 13 crew completely failed to maintain power during abort simulations. They had to be entirely rebuilt. Valves in the life support system exhibited severe deficiencies. This single seal failure delayed the Artemis II mission deep into April. But the real terrifying problem isn't the seal itself, it's the people who made it. Enter Jared Isaacman, the billionaire commander of the Inspiration 4 and Polaris Dawn missions, who recently took over as NASA administrator. After reviewing thousands of workforce submissions and touring every NASA facility, he diagnosed a fatal disease within the agency. He called it the loss of muscle memory. You see, during the Apollo and early space shuttle eras, NASA was filled with master craftsmen, engineers who built things with their own hands. If a part failed, they didn't just read a computer readout, they knew exactly why it failed because they understood the physical materials. Today, NASA has outsourced a staggering 75% of its workforce to external contractors. Think about it. If a master craftsman spends 30 years building custom carbon fiber weaves or complex cryogenic valves, they learn unwritten tricks, micro-efficiencies. But when they retire, and the new engineer simply buys a part from a vendor and looks at a 3D model on a screen, that tacit knowledge is completely dead. It's gone forever. NASA has become an agency of contract managers, not rocket builders. This contractor obsession costs NASA an estimated $1.4 billion a year in needless bureaucratic overhead. In a confidential leaked internal document known as Project Athena, Isaacman declared outright war on this bureaucracy. The memo revealed that NASA's heavy reliance on external vendors has catastrophically eroded their internal engineering capabilities. Worse, NASA didn't even have the right to repair their own hardware. If a valve broke in the vehicle assembly building, restrictive intellectual property clauses legally forced NASA to pack it up in a box, ship it back to the vendor, and wait months for a diagnostic report. It is utter insanity. But Isaacman's new workforce directive is changing everything. He has given center directors just 30 to 60 days to convert key contractor roles back to civil servants. He ordered the creation of internal makerspaces so young engineers can actually build things with their hands again. He mandated that all new contracts include immediate right-to-repair clauses. And in a shocking move, he suspended the multi-billion-dollar Lunar Gateway orbital station project, pivoting NASA's entire focus to building a permanent surface outpost on the moon. He even proposed a NORAD of peaceful space to consolidate mission control. He is desperately trying to force the most advanced agency on the planet to relearn the hard, dirty, physical engineering skills that took us to the moon the first time. We are witnessing a historic battle for the very soul of space exploration. Will NASA successfully regain its lost muscle memory and reclaim the stars? Or will humanity remain permanently grounded by cheap rubber seals and endless, suffocating bureaucracy? Let me know what you think about NASA's leaked Project Athena memo in the comments below. And if you want to know what other classified technology is hiding in the dark corners of space, click the video on your screen right now to watch our deep dive into the classified military anomalies orbiting Earth right above your head. Stay curious and keep your eyes on the skies.